Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about pronouns. But before starting it out, I would just like to ask, have you ever wondered how come pronoun came into picture? For that we have to get into the next slide so that we will have a fair amount of idea how exactly it came into existence. Now I have written this three set of sentences. Let's say I have written three sentences about Virat Kohli. So here I have written the first sentence is Virat is a great batsman. Again in the next sentence Virat has got an amazing cover drive, and in the third sentence I have mentioned Virat was an aggressive captain. All these three sentences mention about Virat Kohli. But again, does this not sound boring? Every time we use Virat in the first sentence, when we say Virat is a great batsman, it's okay, it's fine, because we don't know about whom we are talking, so noun has to be used. But when we get into the second sentence, instead of Virat we can use he. In the second sentence, he has got an amazing cover drive, and then we get into the third sentence, we can again write he in place of Virat. So here we have in both the second and third sentences we can replace Virat by he. He was an aggressive captain, he has got an amazing cover drive. So this he which replaces Virat is a pronoun. So now pronoun is nothing but a word which is used in place of noun, or which avoids the repetition of a noun every time in a sentence, because every time when you use same name it tends to get a bit boring. So that's how pronoun came into existence. Secondly, now we are going to get into personal pronoun. What exactly is personal pronoun? We talk about so many types of pronouns are of so many types, but personal pronoun is the basic thing that we have to understand at first. Then only we will be able to understand other types of nouns like reflexive noun, reflexive pronoun, interrogative pronoun, or let's say relative pronoun. But right now our focus will be entirely upon personal pronoun, and we will discuss that in this session. Now when we talk of personal pronoun, we start with I, my, mine, me, we, our, ours, us. These are some of the words which we frequently use in our day-to-day life. But have you ever wondered in which type of personal pronoun are these? Basically these are personal pronouns of first person, and in that also I, my, mine and me, these are personal pronoun of first person and are singular. So these are first person singular. I, my and mine, these are first person singular. Similarly, when we talk of we, our, ours, us, these are also belonging to the first person category, but they are plural. So we, our, ours and us, these are first person plural pronoun. Again, what is the difference between I, my, mine and me? We just have to understand, we always use I in the nominative case. By nominative case we mean to say that noun is always used, I is always used as the subject in any of the sentences. Possessive case, my and mine are always used in the possessive case, where we show possession, like my book, my bag, or my thing. Anything which belongs to me is something which is where we use my and mine, and me is always used in accusative case. By accusative case we mean that it is always used at the end of the sentence or at the place in a sentence where we denote an object. Like I have already mentioned before in one of our session, that sentence is divided into subject and predicate. So this me is always used at the end of the sentence, let us say at the predicate part of the sentence after the verb mostly, and it is, so that is why it is said to be used in accusative case. Similarly, the case of we, which is first person plural personal pronoun, our and ours, this is a possessive case which shows possession, our thing, our book, our bag, our TV, our camera, our watch, anything you can say, our house, and us. This is always used in accusative case, like it was not done by us. So when we say it was not done by us, in this sentence us is used at the end of the sentence. Let us say we can say that it is us is used in the objective case or the accusative case. So this was the example of first person singular and plural personal pronoun. This is the basics that we have to understand, because if we understand this, we can get into the next level. Now after this we will discuss about the second person personal pronoun. In the second person category, we have to use you, your, yours, and then again you comes. So in both the cases of second person singular or plural, you is used in nominative case, your and yours is used in possessive case, and again you is used in accusative case. By accusative case, we just mean it is used in the end of the sentence or in the as the object of a sentence. That is what we mean by that. Again, so these are the example of second person singular, second person singular and plural form of pronoun. You, your, yours, and you, and again you. When we talk of third person personal pronoun, it is divided into three categories. First person singular and plural is there. Again, it's the three categories are masculine gender, feminine gender, and neuter gender. So we will talk about that in detail. When we talk of third person personal pronoun, we write like this: he, she, it, his, him, her, hers, her, it, its, now when we say he, his, and him, here we are talking about third person singular masculine, third person singular personal pronoun of masculine gender. He is the third person, this entire thing is third person singular pronoun of masculine gender, he, his, and him. He is used in nominative case at the start of the sentence as a subject of the sentence. His is used as the possessive case which shows possession, like his book, and him is used at the end of the sentence, at which we can say as accusative case or as an object of the sentence. This is she, her, hers and her. This is an example of third person singular pronoun of feminine gender. She is used as at the nominative case. Her and hers, these are used at the possessive case which shows possession, like her book, her bag, her camera, anything you can say which belongs to a particular female. And her, again, this is used in the accusative case at the end of the sentence, or let us say as an object of any sentence which denotes any female, and it is the neuter gender in this sentence. It is used in the it is used as in the nominative case, it is used, and again it is used in possessive case, and again it at the accusative case which is at the end of the sentence as the object of the sentence. Now we will discuss a bit about the neuter gender. What is neuter gender, which we say? Neuter gender is nothing, it is basically used for something which is lifeless or which does not have any life. So things which is lifeless or does not have any life. It is also used for animals, and it is also used for child. So majorly for these three it is used, the neuter gender, lifeless things for animals, and for child we use it as the neuter gender. It is used in the, as I have already mentioned, in the nominative case, it is in the possessive case, and again it in the accusative case, that is at the end of the sentence as the object of the sentence. Now, so these are all example of first person singular personal pronoun of masculine, feminine and neuter gender. He, his, him here, she, her, hers and her over here, and it, its and it as the neuter gender. Now, when we write these three things, these are also an example of third person pronoun, third person personal pronoun, but these are of third person of plural category. So these are third person pronoun of plural category. So third person plural pronoun. Here they is used, third person plural in the nominative case, that is at the beginning of the sentence as the subject of the sentence. There and theirs are used as possessive case which shows possession, something which belongs to a group of person, like when we speak about an entire family, or we speak about a set of brothers and they both share the same house, so we can say their house. So it's a house which belongs to both the brothers. So there shows possession, there and theirs, and again them, this is used in the accusative case or as an object at the end of the sentence. That is why we say that this is used. Them is never used. Whenever we say about accusative case, that means this third person plural personal pronoun is always used as as at the end of the sentence as the object of the sentence. We never use this at the beginning of the sentence. So this was all for today. In the next session we will discuss in detail about other types of pronoun. Thank you very much.